The only thing Donald Trump goes raw on are porn stars that he ends up paying off later. Had to get that one in. Thanks, brother. No legitimate leader would ever talk about this as though it's an actual thing to propose. And it's Donald Trump giving the extreme right wing in our country every single thing they've ever wanted.
Yeah, and it's interesting how no matter how much flowery language he uses to try to portray himself as a working class hero, every little thing that ekes out of his mouth proves the opposite. Like that one too. If it were the case, this is not going to happen. 0% chance in my mind. But let's say that he actually started tariffing so hard. He tariffed them so hard and so aggressively, so raw that we brought in so much revenue, which again would mean that the U.S. companies are the ones now footing that bill, then that would become an extremely regressive tax because it kind of, in effect, turns into a sales tax compared to income tax. It's another way, if you actually got there, you mentioned Mike Lee and some of those others, these libertarian ideas often portray themselves to be the working class's dream, but in reality, it would be one of the greatest exacerbations of income inequality we can imagine. This is huge news, as I'm sure you've all seen. I want to get my favorite couple on the internet's reaction to it. But first this.
And I'm sorry to jump in, Eric, but I do have a declaration to make there. CPAC relies on the Canadian press numbers to make declarations. Take a look at what we're hearing from the Canadian press right now. They are at this moment in time declaring a Liberal government. Now, whether that is a minority or majority, that is still to be seen. But at this point, at 10:14 p.m. Eastern Time, Canadian press is declaring a Liberal government. Let's go right now to Andrew Thompson. He is at Liberal.
Have you seen a bigger self-own for right-wing ideologically aligned figures than Trump single-handedly swinging the Canadian election for his opposition liberals?
Yeah, well, before I answer that question, Luke, I want to go back. You moved on to the next clip before I could get my joke in about Donald Trump going raw on the tariffs. The only thing Donald Trump goes raw on are porn stars that he ends up paying off later. Had to get that one in. Thanks, brother. But relative thanks for that, Jaden. I appreciate the laughter. Luke seems to have passed out. Here we are. Somebody give this guy medical attention. Let me answer your question now, Mr. Beasley, on the Canadian election result.
I'm ready when you are.
I want to be a part of this.
It is, ready when you are. Yikes. Donald Trump did fumble this and bumble this. He had an opportunity to fundamentally, structurally change the global, or at least a North American political order by giving aid and comfort to the Conservative Party in Canada. And it would have been good for him and his ideologies. The problem is he doesn't operate by what his ideologies, because what Brittany Page just said about Donald Trump earlier, he doesn't have any core ideologies. Instead, he pushed Canadian voters to realize the danger that he poses to their nation, and how the Conservative Party in Canada was not going to do anything substantive to stop him. And it gave the Liberal Party, which was on life support before this election and before Donald Trump, he gave them a big boost, to say the least.
If only that message was being received by American voters the same way that it was being received by Canadians. I mean, what is it about American voters that they are not seeing what is happening here? It's something that I'm still struggling to understand.
Well, yes, but in American voters' defense, Trump does have unprecedentedly low approval ratings now. It's so fun and so cute and so great that Americans waited until after we elected him to figure that out.
Right.
But I guess they're figuring out a little bit late.
You tried to do in voters' defense, and then you ended up just siding with us.
Damn it. I tried to help you.